Tell you, there's two really cool things that happened this fiscal year. This is the first time we ever delivered more than 200 semi-truck trailers in 1 year. We did 225. The last record was 187. And so you think about how much stuff goes in 225 semi-truck trailers. Then we started in the year 2000, and that's because that's when we started digitizing all of our inventory. So we could go back and figure out before, but it's a little bit harder to find the records. Just since the year 2000, up to May 31st of this year, we've now delivered $1 billion of medical supplies around the world. We just broke the $1 billion mark, right? Which is a pretty incredible thing. And we're going to order enough posters so that our ambassador boards can have a poster, but it's about celebrating the 1 billion mark, and it's a really cool, very, very cool thing. You just stop and think about if each one of those people, those dollars represented one person. 1 billion people, we touch 20% of the people on the face of this earth. That's a pretty cool thing. So that's kind of what we're looking at, and really happy about that. We've done a ton in Ukraine, and I just for a minute, I want to introduce Brian McMurray to some of you that you don't know. Dr. McMurray has been a friend since 1994, and has been just a total rock star in Ukraine for a long, long time, and doing some just fantastic work, training and treating. But this goes back to working together with Vanessa and my dad 3 years before I ever even showed up, and it continues, and we need it to continue now. I mean, we're not giving up. This has got to stop, but until it stops, we're going to be over there training those people. We got another load, I think, arriving here in the next day or so of blood transfusion kits. You've been there 4 times since the war? 3, 4? Since the war. 45. 45 before. But anyway.
Trip number 2 with your dad.
Yeah, that's right. So I don't know if you want to share anything real quick about, you can talk more about Ukraine than anybody I know.
Just that we should be praying for them daily. It's hard to imagine the civilian psyche that Putin has bestowed upon the Slavic because of Project Cure and others that are going over there and collaborating with them during this war. Their ability to deliver emergency medical care has grown exponentially better. That's a silver lining in a horrible situation. It's like what you see here in Nashville, a tour bus with 5 ICU beds. And Norway just donated. And that's happening repeatedly. But pray for Ukraine. Pray that we, Project Cure, can continue to bless them. And I am blessed to have friends who know what they need accurately. And Doug, thankfully, has followed. And amazing. I mean, how many air lifts have you done?
So we've done 115 now. And the total value, we're just a little shy of, we're coming up on $25 million for this stuff.
So you understand, these are not shipments like historically we would send a container out of here, and depending on logistics, it would take between a minimum of 8 weeks and a maximum of maybe 3.5 months to get there.
Yeah.
Now,
we worked with all these commercial airliners, and because they have all the cargo space underneath, and so it may depend. We worked.
They said, I'm not clear about how I can help. I'm not really sure if I hope I'll make it, but how do I help work for it? And it really is very, very simple. And I need introductions. I grew up in Nashville. I left for about 40 years, and I came back last year. So
if you give a little more than you take, and if you try to fix more than you break, if you're the kind who takes the time to help a stranger in the rain, there's a place